Hey, man, you got the stuff?
Huh?
We're going frog gigging, man. The hills are going frog gigging. Oh. Wait, not that!
What's going on, Tar Heel Nation? Nathan and Alan, we are your Hill brothers. And I guess Alan didn't really like my shotgun there. I thought he said frog gigging. I got excited. I just wanted to destroy some frogs, and he wasn't the biggest fan. But it's going to be okay because North Carolina and TCU are getting ready to happen in just a couple of days. And Alan, the kickoff is almost here. The season is so close that
I can taste frog legs.
and I can smell grass. Oh man, and shotgun shells.
I do like to smell like gunpowder in the morning.
Yeah, that's good. That's good stuff, ain't it? Dude, I'm excited, man. This is going to be a great game. I'm really looking forward to it. We're going to be live on a watch party. If you don't have a place to sit back, chill out, and someone to hang out with, you can go hang out with us over right here at the Hill Brothers. We're going to have a great time starting 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time live here on YouTube and on Twitter. Trying to get live on Facebook as well. If you guys will go over there and follow, we're like 15 away from being able to get to 100 followers.
Oh, yeah.
Where
go
we
follow
can
on
then
Facebook.
Yeah, where we can go be live over there as well. So really excited for this game. And it's finally the time to do our first preview and predictions of the 2025 UNC football season. So you ready? I have the book. There is fresh ink on there. We got a lot of stuff to cover, so let's get into it. North Carolina will host the TCU Horned Frogs live 8 p.m. September 1st on Labor Day on ESPN. ESPN Countdown is going to be there that night, and it is bound to be an electrifying night. The brand new paint job in the stadium, the fans, it's going to be an electric atmosphere. We cannot wait. And let's go. North Carolina is coming into a brand new season with a brand new head coach, a brand new football coach, new not to football, but to college football in Bill Belichick. North Carolina season went 6-7 under Mac Brown. The only game that Mac Brown didn't coach was the bowl game in Fenway, where they did lose to the UConn Huskies. TCU comes in off of a 9-4 record last season. Currently, TCU is favored by ESPN matchup predictor 58.7% chance to win. North Carolina leads the all-time series against TCU 3-0. And the last time this game was played was back in 1997, where that was the largest margin of victory, where North Carolina won by 21 points against TCU. TCU is led by head coach Sonny Dykes. At TCU, he has a record of 27-13. Overall, as a head coach, he is 98-76. Sonny Dykes has had this team rolling in the right direction. A couple of seasons ago, they were the national runner-up in 2022 when they faced off against Georgia, a game that didn't end up being a very beautiful game, to say the least. But a program like TCU, getting to the national championship, having to beat Michigan to get there. Even though the game wasn't pretty, Sonny Dykes did a great job coaching that team. TCU is led by head quarterback, the starting quarterback, and a stud one at that, one of the best of the Big 12, if not the best, a guy that people are going to be looking for in the Heisman conversation, quarterback Josh Hoover, 6'2", 200-pound quarterback. Last season, he threw for 3,949 yards on 27 touchdowns, 11 interceptions, had a QBR of 73.9, which was 28th nationally, and was sacked 16 times. His lead target returns this season being one of the only ones that was able to return on the offensive end. Wide receiver Eric McAllister, senior, 6'3", 205 pounds. Last season, he recorded 39 receptions for 762 yards, 5 touchdowns, averaging 19.5 yards per catch. Their stud defensive back over on the defense, their leader over there, 6'2", 185-pound Bud Clark Sr. as well. Last season, he recorded 44 solo tackles, 1 forced fumble, 3 interceptions, and 3 passes defended. Last season, he also had a PFF grade of 89.8, which was 3rd nationally amongst safeties. Pretty good player over there. We've heard a lot of people talking about Eric McAllister, Bud Clark, and also the quarterback Josh Hoover. In this offseason, they did lose 20 to the portal, along with a ton of players that had to leave per graduation. They did add 12 players in the portal this past season, most notably being wide receiver Joseph Manchek IV from Houston. Both offense and defensive units for them last season were ranked top 40 in PFF grades. They only had one weakness last year, and that was their pass rush, which they recorded only a 26.3 pressure rate, which was the 6th worst in Power 4. For North Carolina, they come in with a brand new head coach, 70 brand new players. Coach Bill Belichick comes in, completely wipes the staff clean, except for one, and that being brand new offensive coordinator, Freddie Kitchens. Freddie Kitchens served as the tight ends position group leader over the last couple seasons under Mac Brown, but was kept on by Bill Belichick. Obviously, they have a familiarity with each other, having coached in the NFL against each other, being familiar there. He also brings in defensive coordinator Steven Belichick from Washington, Bill Belichick's son, and a ton of other brand new names to this Tar Heel coaching staff. The North Carolina Tar Heels will officially be led out by 6 foot, 203-pound quarterback Gio Lopez. He was a transfer that came in from South Alabama during the post-spring transfer portal era. Last season for South Alabama, Gio recorded and threw for 2,559 passing yards on 18 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, rushed for 465 yards, and also had a 72.3 QBR, which was the 30th nationally ranked QBR. Defense brings in a true leader from Washington who was coached by Steven Belichick in defensive back Thaddeus Dixon, 6'1", 185-pound DB. From Washington last year, recorded 26 solo tackles, 1 forced fumble, had an interception, and had 10 passes defended. Also, of one of the few returners for North Carolina on the offensive end, it's going to be Gio's go-to guy, wide receiver Jordan Shipp, 6'2", 190 pounds, recorded 9 receptions last year for 114 yards, a touchdown, and averaged 12.7 yards per catch. This is just a baseline for what we're going to see for North Carolina. So many unknowns for North Carolina. TCU, on the other hand, having a vast majority of their defense return, their coaching staff return, and their scheming is starting to be very similar. Sonny Dykes said in a press conference the other day that defensively, I think it was the defensive coordinator, Asus, or I forget exactly how you say his name, but stated that their play calling is going to be basically the same exact thing that you saw last year. Nothing really different. Some of the same new looks. It's just going to be continue to get more refined and people get more knowledge in this system. So TCU is a team that we kind of know a little bit more about on the offensive side. Last year, they didn't have that much of a run game at all. The offensive line struggled for them big time. They weren't able to have a true running game, and Josh Hoover had to be spectacular. He had a lot of players and a lot of receivers to be able to go to this year, having lost a lot of them. Now, they did come in and bring some bodies in, and there's some hope and some possibility that some of the players that are in there now are going to be kind of very similarly plug and play to that of the players that were there last year. But the go-to guy for them is going to be wide receiver Eric McAllister, 6'3", 205, like we talked about. Seems to be a stud who can get out there on the outside, go one-on-one with a DB, and win a lot of battles. So that should be a fun time out there. For North Carolina, there's a lot of things to sit there and wonder about. We don't know what this team's going to be. 70 brand new players. tons of question marks there that we know. It's going to be the first time they're playing together as a team out there in Keenan. We've heard some pretty cool, promising things out there. Unfortunately, Carolina's going to be coming in without their starting center in Austin Blasky, which is a big-time hurt. So we're hoping to see a Christo Kelly or Chad Lindbergh step in for him in the center position for at least 4 weeks up until that Clemson game. Alan, coming into this game, what is your feel? What kind of a game do you think that we're going to be in store for?
I just don't know. I mean, North Carolina, the one place they could not afford injuries is at the offensive line. And the one place that they absolutely could not afford injury is at center. And now their starting center and essentially their backup center, one's out for 8 weeks, and the other one is not even guaranteed to play. Chris O'Kelly, he's not guaranteed to play because he's hurt. So, I mean, you got Chad Lindbergh. Is that going to be your center? I was talking to a UNC fan today. He said he read somewhere that Aiden Banfield was snapping the ball at practice.
Be interesting.
Which is wild. Absolutely wild. So, this game was a toss-up to me when we did the prediction. And, I picked TCU. But and I can't, proceeding closer to our preview and prediction, I was like, man, maybe at the end of the preview and prediction, I'll just flip it. Like, yeah, I think North Carolina's has showed enough during practice to and you're hearing a lot of good things about the wide receiver room, the DBs, the safeties, the running backs. Benjamin Hall has been a huge surprise from what I've been hearing. Caleb Hood is healthy and looks ready to go. He just got to stay healthy and continue to be ready to go. And then everybody knows what we have in Davion Goss. All that sounds like, oh man, maybe this offense will be able to score some points. And the back seven, seems kind of nice. Maybe we'll figure things out. But then Blasky goes down. Then Christo Kelly goes down. And you're just like, North Carolina doesn't have enough bodies on the offensive line to sustain those injuries. And man, I hope it's a good game. It's just tough. You want North Carolina to come in good on good. You don't want injuries in fall camp. Nobody wants injuries in fall camp.
Right.
And you don't want to start your first game already handicapped. And that's essentially that's what's happened to North Carolina. Coming out of fall camp, they got banged up on the offensive line, and now it looks like it's duct tape and bubblegum. Now maybe Bill Belichick figures out a way to get Gio outside the pocket, and maybe they're not great at pass protection right now, but they're big enough they can just push people off the ball. And maybe they can get their outside, or maybe they can just run the ball really well. Maybe Bill Belichick can figure out a way to scheme up to get Gio out of pressure. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. But that the hope slowly fizzled out. I was starting to become Nathan, like, yeah, man, it's time to go. We're gonna win this thing. And then you just start hearing about these injuries along the offensive line. The one place you couldn't afford it. And then, it's just like somebody just stuck a tack right in my balloon. And I'm just like, yeah, this is Carolina football. I hope it's a good game though. I'm gonna be excited. I'm a root hard. Man, yeah. Yeah, my bubbles kind of bursted.
Well, I mean, I can understand that. Right now there's a lot of players for Carolina that, again, we don't know. We got to figure out these depth charts. We haven't saw a full depth chart yet of who is kind of the names to look for in these positions, because every position has been up for grabs. This is the first time this season, or first time in a very long time, that North Carolina has come in where every position was up on the chopping block. And not only that, it was like, by the way, the roster that you have known flush, except for a couple of pieces, here's a brand new one. So you're learning a whole ton of brand new players, and especially for like
Yeah,
what we do, it's been really difficult. And there's a lot of stuff I still don't know, that a lot of it's going to be learned on the fly. Um, for
I guess we need to
Carolina, though,
prepare. Guess we need to
the
prepare the.
the part that I'm the most excited for, and the part that I'm hopeful for, is that the defensive line for TCU has not been great at all. They were not great one single bit. Like I said, like last year, getting only having a 26.3 pass pressure percentage. That's not any good. Gio is a dual threat quarterback. He's not a stationary guy. Um, he can move out of the pocket. Watching some of his tape, he has really good pocket awareness, which makes me excited for him. So I like that portion. Carolina is going to want to, if Freddie Kitchens is one thing, he is a run first guy. I want to establish the run, which can help big time. If Carolina can
Yeah,
establish that run, then we've got a ball game on our hands. Hoover is a really good quarterback for TCU, and a guy that I think is an absolute stud, but he has some weaknesses. Number one, he's not very mobile, not a super mobile guy. Sacked 16 times. The offensive line for them is still a question. The running game for them is still a major question. They didn't really have a run game at all last year. This year, it doesn't sound like they really have one set right now. As with they're kind of wondering, night one, is a running game going to show up for them, or is it going to be Hoover save us? Something very similar to what we saw over the last number of seasons. A quarterback, please save us, Drake, Sam, whoever.
yeah,
Jacoby last year, please save us. That kind of seems like where they are. Where Carolina has an advantage, in my opinion, is that we have a running back in Davion Goss. We've saw that. We've saw him play. When he came in and subbed in for Amari Hampton, the guy lit everybody up. And the pieces that you had on the offensive line, um, not like top end of the country type of players. But Carolina did the best that they could. And they had a couple
well, they
pieces
ran
like a
behind
Willie,
Austin Blasky and Willie Lampkin most of the year.
and that definitely did help him. So
I
that's why
mean,
you
those
hope like a
two.
guy like a Daniel King comes in, he's been highly rated, and talked about a lot. He can come in. A Aiden Banfield potentially, maybe a
Yeah,
guy like Travion Green can finally start setting that edge really well. Him or uh, the standout freshman
Aiden
that has come,
Buchanan.
Aiden Buchanan. Thank you very much. That has come in and evidently has just lit the world on fire. Number 72, Aiden Buchanan. There he is.
Yeah,
I got my book of all the names and numbers here
yeah. I'm
that I'm
staring
sitting
at
here trying to
you.
look at.
I'm staring at him right now.
Right. So, I mean, there have been some pieces that have potentially popped up for Carolina. This right here is going to be a chess match. Who can score first is a good question
Yeah,
in this game. Whoever scores first, in my opinion, is going to put themselves in a good position, because that puts pressure on the other team. And with it being game one, heck, we're sitting right here. This is Thursday night. Look at what happened with USF and Boise. A 31-7 blowout. This is how it goes. Elon and Duke back and forth. A 10-10 at halftime. You can't come out flat in these games. You have to come out and put pressure on your opponent quickly. And for Carolina, they really need to do that, which is why I like Gio Lopez in this game as well. It defensively for North Carolina, if they can contain the run, and in the back seven is what we think. The biggest matchup is whoever's going to be on McAllister, and I think that's going to be He loves the outside. He's the best outside per our guys over there at Horned Up. So you're going to want to put either Thaddeus or Marcus Allen on him. Two
Yeah, I don't.
bigger body guys, scrappy. Thad has proven himself. Marcus is a great talent. We hope to see him really take that next step up, which so far from what we're hearing potentially could be. But that's going to be the key matchup for him because we don't know what the wide receiver room looks like, and they could end up being great for TCU, but we know they're going to want to go for that guy.
Yeah. I don't, and I could be wrong. As far as I can remember, I don't remember a Bill Belichick defense. I mean, he had Devin McCourty, Stephon Gilmore. They never followed. They never followed a receiver wherever they went. You got who you got. You know what I mean? If their best wide receiver went to the field, then Mark Allen's going to get him. If they go to the boundary, Thad's going to pick him up. And I don't see him be like, all right, Thad, you got McAllister. Wherever he goes, you go. Because then you're not playing to Thad's strength. Thad is used to being a ball hawk, and he can ball hawk because on his side of the field, there's less room because the ball's closer is on the hash mark closest to the boundary.
Right.
And same thing with Marcus. You're not going to send Marcus to the boundary because then he's not used to being that close, and your back pedals, your brakes, all that's completely different. The safety help is different for the boundary versus the field. And so I think he's got good coverage either way. I'm interested to see who gets the nickel, whether they give it to Caleb Cost or hold on, let me get to
I
my
think
defensive backs.
to my Gavin Gibson.
No, no. I expect Gavin Gibson to be your other safety.
Possibly so, yeah.
Your other safety along with Will
Probably
Hardy.
Will Hardy, yeah.
Is it Ty White or is it Ty Adams?
Ty Adams, yeah. Ty Adams is a returner for Carolina. Coming
Ty
back for us.
Adams. I think they were talking about I've heard people talking about Ty Adams competing for this starting spot at nickel or whatever they call it, the inside slot guy. And
Right.
Caleb played that position well. He was young. He's not the fastest in the world. So if you get somebody that's really shifty and elusive, like a Josh Downs type, a type in that, he's going to struggle. So we'll see. That's the thing. Belichick has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 20 defensive backs to play with. You can only have 6. So he's got plenty of options that he can send out there for whatever you send out there.
Right.
So yeah, McAllister, he's I think him and Hoover, they're pretty locked in. He's going to look to get him the ball.
I think one thing that Steven is going to key in on a little bit, Steven Belichick, that is going to key in on, is that one thing about Josh Hoover, he has one of the fastest average time to throws in the country. And he's he rated 91.5% on the passing grade down the middle of the field, which was 5th best in the country. His biggest struggle was man-to-man. That's where a lot of his turnovers came from. Getting pressure. So number one, he's going to want to get the ball out quick. We understand that. Probably somewhere in that middle of the field is where he loves to throw. On the outside, could be questionable at times. So they need to do what they can to disrupt routes early. Disrupt them early, and especially if guys on their edge like a Price Yates or a Mel Cart or Kamari House, or however they use the
Yeah,
linebackers. It's just this is
that's what I was going to say. If he likes to get it out quick and it's over the middle, you know, I
set a
think
Andrew
and
Simpson kind of back a little bit, and then let the pressure
no,
come and let Hoover
I
throw something
think
stupid.
Andrew Simpson's going to be your Amari Campbell this year. I think
Right.
I would expect Andrew Simpson to have probably the green dot.
Yes.
And I think Kamari House is going to be more like your Power Eccles, that kind of just flying all over the field and just tearing you up kind of
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah. And he's quick
And
too. To be a
and
sophomore,
that
he's quick.
worked. And if he likes to get that ball out quick over the middle, I mean, Kamari House is pretty, you know, he's
Yeah.
not huge. He's quick. He's fast. He's a fast linebacker, sideline to
Yeah.
sideline type guy. So
Yeah.
I would expect that, maybe Kamari House can take advantage of the wanting to get the ball out, who wanting to get the ball out best. So maybe he can get some balls batted up in the air. But yeah, Belichick, he likes to make everybody play left-handed.
Yeah.
Um,
I watched him in the Super Bowl against my Rams the first year under Sean McVay when they went the first Super Bowl under
right.
Sean McVay.
Hmm.
That offense was lighting it up. But
Yeah.
he sat back and said, "Okay, beat me." And sent the house at him and said, "You're not going to run the ball. Todd Gurley, you're a non-factor."
Yeah,
And
no, he
Jared Goff, you're
brought
going to have
in
to beat me.
Patrick
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Machung, and a big bodied like a Cam
Mhm.
Chancellor type safety.
Yep.
Brought like never played this way the entire year. Did it strictly because somebody was talking about it. I didn't just know this off the top of my head because I was pulling for the Rams during that Super Bowl,
Absolutely.
and I didn't realize it, but they put that Machung, whatever safety was brought down into the box strictly to prevent the Rams from running the ball.
Mhm.
You're not running the ball. He
And I
wants you to
remember
play left-handed, and that's what he forced the Rams to play left-handed, and they lost. He forced the Panthers to play left-handed, and they lost. The Rams again, and they lost.
yeah. It was a sad night. We eventually got ours, but it was a sad night that night. I was heartbroken. Very, very heartbroken. But no, this isn't going to be new territory for Bill Belichick and the squad. And I'm curious that here's what's hard
Thank you, thank you.
for TCU. Here's what's hard for TCU. They don't know this team. They don't
No,
know
they
this
don't.
team like we don't know this team. There has been reports that they're watching Cam Newton footage from his
Yeah, that's
days in the
hilarious.
Patriots, which is interesting to me. So I think if you're Belichick, you understand this. You understand what you've got, and that first half is going to be very pivotal if North Carolina wants to go win this game. If they can't get an edge early and put TCU trying to scramble, then that's going to hurt them. So when this game's all said and done, score predictions. What do you got?
Man, I can't flip my pick. I still got, I'm going a little monologue. North Carolina, there's a very high possibility that North Carolina loses this game. Our job as fans is, you know, okay, overreact if TCU beats North Carolina by 20, but do not overreact if TCU wins by 10 or less. Or I don't know, why would you say that? North Carolina loss is
No, yeah,
probably
that makes sense.
it's probably the second or third biggest game that Kenan Stadium has ever seen. It's the biggest game since the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
North Carolina needs to win this game. I agree. North Carolina, it would be lovely if North Carolina won. And if North Carolina's offensive line was healthy, I think they have a very good chance of winning. So just because there's a chance if North Carolina loses on Monday night at 11:30. That doesn't mean go burn all your North Carolina gear. Don't mean that Bill Belichick can't coach. It does not mean that North Carolina made a terrible hire in hiring the Belichick regime. It just means that TCU comes into this season put together and cohesive and is far more cohesive than this North Carolina team is. This North
Right.
Carolina team has 70 new players. This North Carolina team offensive line currently is the way it looks is held together with duct tape and bubble gum. That being said, I don't think this is a runaway. I do believe TCU is going to win. I'm going to say the final score of the game is 27-24, and it's probably in a heartbreaking fashion.
The field goal this year makes it.
Yeah.
The field goal this year makes it. Well, I can honestly see
24-27,
exactly.
TCU Horned Frogs. No gigging, no shotguns.
Yeah. Well, shotguns maybe. So to me, actually, I have a very similar type game, and I can understand exactly where you're at in that. North Carolina's got a tall task. They are in Keenan, and this team, the talent that has been put on this team, is definitely somewhat unknown. But there's a lot of potential there, and a lot of good things have been heard coming out of camp, both spring and fall, and they have a long way to go.
Yeah.
This TCU team has lost a lot, from especially offensively. And they were offensive firepower last year. Defensively, weren't that great. You go look at their games last year, and they weren't a lot of tight games that they really shouldn't have been against some lesser teams, much lesser teams. They honestly somewhat reminded me of our first year under Drake, where it was Drake save me all the time, and he just made it happen. I have a feeling that this is going to be this TCU team is going to be very similar to that. Not to say they're not good; they can be a good team and have a great quarterback, but the glaring holes can be taken advantage of with the right personnel. And I'm going to bet that Carolina is going to have just enough of the right personnel and the minds behind it to get this job done. And I think North Carolina, actually, I'm going to take the same score flipped. 27-24, North Carolina. It's going to come down to a maybe honestly a last minute defensive stop. We'll see. But I got Carolina winning 27-24. This is going to be an interesting game. Again,
That's both of us taking the under on the point spread. The point spread is 3.5.
yeah, no joke. Yeah, it is. And it's in 3.5 in favor of TCU currently, and I can understand why you go with TCU. And would it honestly surprise me if TCU came out and won this game? It honestly would not. Just considering all the brand new, it would hurt. Oh, don't get me
Oh,
wrong,
it's
they're gonna
gonna.
hurt.
Oh, dude, it's gonna hurt.
Yeah,
There's
because you
gonna.
never want
There'll
to
be
see
a.
North Carolina lose.
No, I mean, there's going to be. I mean, that stadium is going to be booming.
Oh, dude, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. It's gonna be. I can't wait to hear it, like on TV. I hope it's very similar to that first game with Miami back in Keenan.
Yeah.
Mac Brown as a head coach. Oh my God. Great Day Tar Heel posted a clip of that the other day, and it was just glorious. And if I
Um.
think Keenan can be and will be even louder than that, to
Yeah.
say the least. So,
It could. It's going to
um,
be just as loud, probably.
dude, yeah, I'm really hoping that if you're going to this game, I will not be at this game. I'll be at the rest of the home games this year, but I won't be at this one. We'll be live on here with you guys. If you're going to that game, make sure and be as loud as possible throughout the game, no matter what's going on, if it's nip and tuck, whatever the case may be. Let's keep that energy there because I promise you, when I get there, oh, you best believe I'm going to come on every single one of the post game reactions. And it's just going to be so bad because, man, I'm going to be losing my mind. But I'm looking forward to this game. This is gonna be the first big test, and it's a big test out there right out the gate, man. They need to
It
right
is.
around short week to go to Charlotte, which is going to be a hornet's nest. Charlotte 49er fans are really loud, flat out. So
Yeah.
that'll be a hornet's nest next week. But I'm excited. I'm looking forward to this game. If you guys want to come hang out with us during the watch party, 6:30 p.m. Eastern time through the complete duration of the game, we're gonna have some super cool guests going to be on. One of our viewers is going to be on. Our brand new Hill brother is going to be with us. Tori, he's going to be with us as well. Possible for a reporter to hop on with us. We don't know. I can't say for sure yet, but there is a good probability of it happening. And you never know who else might pop in to this place up here, man. So we're looking forward to it, man. Dude, it feels so good to have football back. I've been watching football today, and
Yeah,
just
I've been watching it today. It's just nice. It's nice for it to be back.
yeah. And for me, this season just feels so much different, man. I don't just there's a new aura about this thing, man.
Yeah,
That is just
there's like a
is wild.
breath of fresh air. I would say that's been puffed over the
Normal,
breathed over Keenan Football Center.
yeah. Fresh
um,
grass back. Oh,
Fresh grass. I mean, talking about tearing down, building a new foundation. What better way to build a new foundation for UNC football than to rip the AstroTurf out, throw it in the dumpster, or whatever they did with it, and
the dude,
lay
a guy right down the street from us got it and sold it online. I almost bought it. I almost bought it, put it in the front yard.
100 yards. I wonder
No,
how much that.
it was just from like the 45 to 40, 45 to 45. So you got the UNC logo. It was
Mm,
crazy. Yeah. I came
how
very
much was
close
it?
to buying it. Uh
It has to be. It had to be more than 1,000. Had to be.
no, it wasn't. It was actually fairly cheap.
There's no
I,
way. There's no
no,
way. I
I'm
don't
serious.
believe that's the legit field. There's no way
I,
that gets out.
hey, if screw it, I don't care if even if it wasn't, boy, it still looked really good. I'm like, ooh, this
Oh yeah,
nice.
no, it probably looked fantastic, but that's not the legit field. The legit
Yeah,
field's like in an incinerator already.
yeah. Belichick pushed the button himself. He
It's like
didn't
it's
care,
like
but
it's like the Super Bowl shirts of the losers. Like they just go to the go to a burn pit immediately.
no, they
Like
get shipped
armored.
out to like third world countries.
Yeah, that's what everybody says, but I don't believe that.
No, there was a picture somebody had the other day. They visited, I forget the name of the place. I have to look this thing up, but it was like the when a year or two ago when San Francisco faced the Chiefs, they were
Uh,
wearing the kid was wearing a San Francisco 49ers Super Bowl champion shirt. I'm like, huh, isn't that funny? But
um,
fun
uh,
stuff. Yeah.
yeah, don't lose your minds if North Carolina loses. You know, the sun rises again. North Carolina plays in 6 days after the loss, so there's another chance. There's an immediate chance to get right back into the win column.
Hmm.
Um, I now on the reverse side of TCU users, they have to sit on it for 2 weeks, so because they have a bye week.
Yeah, that is really. I feel bad for them.
Week 2
They
is
get
bye week for them.
yeah, they get to play one
But
game and then it's right back to the showers for a while. I'm
yeah,
like, dang.
but man, I'm excited to get this thing on.
Hmm.
Uh, there's a lot of huge games Saturday. Texas,
Yeah.
Ohio State. That's massive. Clemson, LSU, massive.
Oh, dude, yeah. I'm so excited for that.
Um,
Then I think we
um,
got a game on Sunday. South Carolina and Virginia Tech.
yeah, in Atlanta, the in-laws are going to that. They're taking Carson.
I go Hokies.
Okay, yeah, you already know.
Dude, they kick a
I
field goal
don't,
to win
I
that
don't,
game.
I don't think they have enough. I
Oh
mean, we
no,
saw that
absolutely
guy.
not.
We saw that guy in the press conference. He
He
don't
looked
seem
defeated.
too thrilled.
No. He looked defeated.
But yeah,
Jesus,
man,
he looked defeated.
I'm ready. I'm ready for Monday. UPS lets us have the Labor Day off. So 6:30 we'll be. I don't know what we'll do at 6:30, but whatever it is, we'll do it. I'm ready to see that fly elite North Carolina ball twirling in the
Yeah.
stadium lights
Yeah.
at
I
probably
haven't
around
saw that too much
8:15.
though.
That's the official game ball, the
Yeah,
fly elite.
I figured you would have saw more of them like during preseason camp, but I really didn't see any. I was like,
Well, all
it's
the
kind of odd.
when they was throwing all the balls into that water pit, like
Yeah.
practicing with wet footballs.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they were. Those fly elites.
Mm. Oh, okay. Well,
You can buy
that
one.
must
They're a little over $100, I think.
that makes no sense to me. But hey, I don't know what the price of a good football is these days. So anyway, let us know what
Well,
you guys think down in the comments below. What'd you say?
I saw a soccer ball that was like $300.
Jesus Christ. Is it made of
Yeah.
panda?
No, it's just like an official FIFA Euro Cup soccer ball.
Did Messi lick it?
No.
I don't want it then. Well, anyway, so hopefully you guys are ready for North Carolina football again. TCU is coming to town. Let us know what you guys think down in the comments below. Let us know your score predictions. Let us know what you think. We want to hear, and we also want to see you guys on Monday night. If you guys can hop in, say hello, say what's up, it would be great. We'd love to see you, chat with you a little bit while we're on live. May even pull some people in through the interwebs.
Who
We may
knows?
possibly do that as well. So come in, have a good time with us, hang out with us. We want your emotional reactions afterwards as well. We're going to be doing a post-game, I almost said press conference, but reaction and
Yeah, stay up till
everything.
1 o'clock in the morning with us.
Yeah, and then we'll go to work.
Then we'll
I
go to
can't
work.
stand. I can't stand that we're daggum playing Monday night. I'm ready to get it out of the way. I wish we played 12 p.m. daggum Saturday.
No, no,
Just
no,
let's
no,
go,
no,
baby.
no, no.
I can't. I
And by the
hate
way,
sitting on pins and needles.
it's gotta be under the lights. It has to. You got all day to tailgate, get real nice and hydrated.
I didn't know he was going to put "drated" at the end of that.
I
Get
think
real
the
nice and
temperature. I think Crown Prince on Twitter showed the temperature at kickoffs like 77 degrees. It's going to be perfect.
dude, it's gonna be great, man. Dude, we might have to bring out the fire pit. I got the fire pit down there. Bring that bad boy, light it up, rock
I don't
out
know.
some roast some marshmallows while we're frog gigging.
If I ate frog legs, I'd find a pack of frog legs to buy and we'd cook them right up on the Blackstone or something.
I would cheer you on as you ate. Have at it, Captain. I wouldn't.
But I don't eat them, so I'm never. No, I'm not.
Oh, we got plenty of frogs out here. You can probably just pick one up and just
Just
throw one down. Yeah.
Head first, just right in the gullet.
There you go. Right there. Right in the you just put it in your mouth and chew. That's it.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're gonna get out of here because we're
boots and
already getting
all.
delusional. We're gonna be delusional. Anyway, thank you all for watching. Thank you so much for being here. I'm excited for North Carolina football to be back. Hopefully, you guys are too. Like, comment, share, subscribe, do the whole deal. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook. Hit the follow button. If you're not on Facebook and you've been following us, go to Facebook, find us, hit that follow button. We're trying to get to 100 over there. We need 15 more people, and then we can do all these live shows that we do, the game day watch parties, Tar Heel game day, which there may be one on Monday. A few different other things. Right there, Sunday Tar Heel, which is always a good time. Be sure to come hang out with us during Sunday Tar Heel, by the way. We got one Sunday Tar Heel left before Monday. Come hang out with us during
There's a Sunday before a Monday.
There is a Sunday before a Monday, and I keep forgetting that because it's typically, it's football on Saturdays, not Sundays. Yeah. So or Mondays, whatever the case may be. So come hang out with us there. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you all for being here. And as always,
Gig some frogs.